I'm Larimer County Sheriff Justin Smith. I'm joined here today by Captain Ken Brink and Corporal Trevor Knight of the Larimer County Department of Natural Resources Ranger Corps. The purpose of our briefing today is to share with you some information on the facts as we know them so far related to the incident that resulted in the death of Ranger Brendan Unitt on Thursday, August 20th. On that evening, Ranger Unitt was on patrol on Horsetooth Reservoir and was assigned to the patrol boat when a request for assistance came in for two citizens who were reported to be in distress near the area of Soldier Canyon Dam. That report came in because of an unexpected heavy wind gust that came across the reservoir that we have reports of up to 35 miles an hour came in. Brendan Unitt had been on patrol earlier in the evening, and it was believed that he had put his boat on the west side of the reservoir near the campsites for the boat-in camping and had likely gone on patrol in that area. When the report came in, Rangers reported hearing broken radio traffic they believe to be from Ranger Unitt. However, he never came back up on the air to respond to that emergency. Other Rangers were able to respond and were able to provide for the safety of the two people who were in danger and had launched a second boat in that effort. After those two individuals were able to be secured, shortly after 9 o'clock, Rangers began a search for Ranger Brendan Unitt as he never came back up on the air. Shortly afterwards, they discovered his patrol boat near the eastern shore of Horsetooth Reservoir just down from Rotary Park. However, unfortunately, the boat was unoccupied when they found it. They immediately put the all emergency call out, so all Rangers in the area immediately responded, along with personnel from Poudre Fire Authority, the Larimer County Sheriff's Office, and Rangers from Colorado Parks and Wildlife. The search included search on the water by boat, ground search by a variety of search crews, drones launched by multiple agencies searching the area. However, they were unsuccessful in finding Ranger Unitt. A short time later, a life jacket or PFD inflating life jacket, similar to the type that the Rangers wear, was located almost directly across the reservoir on the beach. And so searchers began to focus on that area, hoping that Ranger Unitt was simply off the reservoir and maybe was hiking back in order to try to get back in touch. The search continued for hours to no avail. During that time, we also had the assistance of the Denver Police Department Air Unit and another helicopter from the Colorado National Guard. However, none of those units were able to locate Brendan. Shortly after 3 o'clock in the morning, Colorado Parks and Wildlife boat that was equipped with a side scan sonar identified what they would refer to as a target in the water a little ways off the shore near Ranger Unitt's life jacket. Upon further investigation, Brendan Unitt's body was discovered in approximately 12 to 13 feet of water and was recovered. At this point, we are still seeking information from witnesses and looking for more evidence of what occurred. However, the Larimer County Coroner's Office has completed their autopsy and ruled that Brendan's death was an accidental death by drowning. Based on the evidence that we have surmised the most likely scenario of what occurred. However, we may likely never know the exact details. Brendan Unitt's boat was found with the engine shut off and the keys removed from the ignition, and the outboard motor was slightly trimmed. According to Rangers that we spoke with, this was very consistent with how a boat would be left or intentionally beached to do a patrol in that area. It's our belief that most likely Ranger Unitt had done just that prior to the winds coming in, and based on some footprints that were spotted in the area, it's very likely that he was on patrol, headed over to the campsites when the radio call of citizens in distress came in. Our most likely scenario, we believe, is that Ranger Unitt was quickly returning to his patrol boat when he realized those winds likely blew his patrol boat off the shore, and that he likely took off his personal flotation device because he knew if he got in the water with it, it would auto-inflate, essentially disabling him from being able to work to retrieve his boat. We don't know exactly how it happened, but we believe that when he took that vest off and got into the water, he himself became in distress and eventually was dragged off the shore and pulled under, and it was at that point that he lost his life. The Rangers of the Larimer County Department of Natural Resources appreciate the outreach of all the citizens who have shared their condolences. They're going through a very difficult time with the loss of their colleague, and certainly appreciate all of your care and understanding. I'm going to ask Captain Ken Brink to come up and share more information on the Ranger Corps, and Corporal Trevor Unitt to discuss some specifics on his friend and colleague, Brendan Unitt.
My name is Ken Brink, and I'm the patrol captain for Larimer County Natural Resources. I'm here on behalf of our director, Dalen Figgs, to talk a little bit about our department and the role of Rangers. I wish I was here under different circumstances. What I will say is, as Rangers, we talk about having three main goals. One of our goals is to protect the public from the resource. One of our goals is to protect the resource from the public. And one of our goals is to protect the public from one another. And the evening when this accident occurred, unfortunately, where we lost a member of our Ranger family, our Ranger was working hard to protect the public from the resource. There was a severe storm with high winds. He was doing his job as instructed to do. When he returned to his boat, he found that his boat was washing off the shore. And because of that, he did what he was trained to do and what he always did as a person. He made the decision that he wanted to help. We received a message that Ranger Unitt was responding to a call for assistance. And unfortunately, that's a call he wasn't able to respond to. Oftentimes with our crew, we talk about what an honorable thing it is to be a public servant. And Brendan was a public servant, truly. He was a public servant, and he was a protector of people. That's what he did. He spent a lot of his adult life serving and protecting our country as a Marine, and he worked for us as a boat patrol ranger. He primarily was assigned to work evening shifts on boat patrol at Horsetooth Reservoir, and he was one of what we call a multi-purpose ranger. Our Ranger Corps with the county is trained to do a variety of things. They're trained to understand and know about natural resources. They're trained to be able to provide emergency medical care for people that are in need. They have specialized training and equipment to respond to incidents on the water. We have a great deal of pride in all these things they do. They also do law enforcement, public information, just hosting everyday folks here in Colorado that want to spend time outdoors, building memories and spending time with friends and family. This is what he did for a living. That night, he was looking out for other people and trying to save people's lives when unfortunately he lost his own life. On Thursday evening, when this incident occurred, I was very humbled by the people that came and helped us try to locate our Ranger in need. The first group that came, of course, were the people that work for our department, that dropped everything on their evening off and came to the assistance of our Ranger that could not be located at that time. We also had an incredible response from the Larimer County Sheriff's Department. We work in partnership with them on a regular basis. Poudre Fire Authority responded with several units, and the Rangers and wildlife officers from Colorado Parks and Wildlife immediately brought their boats to assist as we all searched for him as quickly as we possibly could in the lake. Other areas had to be searched as well because there was obviously a possibility that he could be on shore and trying to hike out. We are in a period of time where we're mourning for a lost member of our Ranger family. We so appreciate the support, the outpouring of support and concern that our department has received from other agencies in our area, from our visitors, from our community, and from county leadership has been overwhelming and humbling to us. It's unfortunate that we have to meet under these conditions, but I will tell you this, the community of support that we've received with this terrible loss has been really incredible, so we're very appreciative of that. Thank you very much.
I'm Corporal Trevor Unitt. I'm a ranger with the Larimer County Department of Natural Resources. I'm here today because I want to talk a little bit about who Brendan was as a person. I was Brendan's direct supervisor. I worked this whole summer with Brendan the last 6 months. If I had to pick one word to describe Brendan, I would say selfless would be the word. Brendan dedicated himself to his community and his country, served as a Marine, had multiple jobs in service to his community, spent the last 6 months working for our department on boat patrol primarily. I watched Brendan serve his community by responding to major medical incidents, doing rescues on the water, doing things as simple as just towing people's boats that were no longer working. Everything that Brendan did was for somebody else, and he was gregarious. He had a great sense of humor. He had a contagious laugh. I know that myself, our Ranger Corps, his family, and this community lost an asset. Our hearts and prayers go out to Brendan's family, his friends, and everyone that is feeling the great loss of such an incredible young man.